Good morning or afternoon, everyone. I don't know about you all, but I'm like completely thrown off by daylight savings time right now. So I'm like, I don't know what time it is. All right. Just because I sometimes have some issues with all of my screens, can everybody see the foster recruitment bubble? Perfect. Okay. Yay. So Kelly asked me to come on and talk a little bit about how we do recruitment here at KC Pet Project. And I'm really excited that Lisa Kells is on the call today because she's our amazing feline foster manager. So she can correct me if I get anything wrong here. So, but yeah, she does an amazing job. So does Sarah, our canine foster manager. And we have a very robust foster program here at KC Pet Project. Let me get this going. Okay. So here's our program. We sent around so far about 1,500 dogs and puppies to foster this year, which includes about 400 dog day outs. We've really been growing this program because as a large municipal shelter for the city of Kansas City, Missouri, we do see a lot of behavior pets coming in. And so for our dog day out program, we're really targeting dogs that need that extra little boost out of the shelter so we can see what they're like. Outside of the shelter environment. So we've really been working to grow that program this year. We have one foster manager and one coordinator for dogs. Volunteers serve as mentors, and they also help coordinate our dog day out program. And we have currently around 50% of all of our available dogs are living in foster homes, which comes with a few set of struggles trying to market everybody and adopters thinking that they're coming here to meet a dog when it's actually foster. We're constantly working on ways to communicate that with people who are looking to adopt. Cats, Lisa has sent out more than 2,000 cats and kittens so far this year. The last 4 months, she has sent 600 cats and kittens to foster. It's just craziness. And then we have Lisa who manages the program, and then she has about 15 to 20 volunteers who provide on-site support and mentoring for fosters. So every day you go back to the feline foster room and she just has a whole army of people that are here helping her every day, and she's done an amazing job of recruiting everybody to help with that program so that it's not just her doing all the work. And then we send around 265 other pets to foster homes this year. That number is a little higher than normal. We had a 300 rat hoarding case earlier this year prior to COVID, so we sent a lot of rats into foster homes. But mainly it's rabbits, guinea pigs, mice, rats. We sent a pig to foster. I mean, we have all sorts of other types of animals, and that's sent out mainly through support staff to the shelter. So here's our strategies for recruitment. We will go over all of these, and I'll go pretty quick, but if anybody has any questions along the way, feel free to type it in the chat. See it. So have resources for your foster. So provide a handbook, handouts, how to adopt their foster pet, give them the information that they need, and think about how you would be as a new foster coming in. What information would you like to have? And, just don't be like, here's a leash, good luck, bye. So definitely give them the tools that they need to be successful, and that'll also help answer any questions that they may have. You can, give them the Maddie's Fund resources. There's all sorts of things that people can, that you can give to them so that they have the tools that they need to be successful. We do an internal Facebook page for our dog fosters and our cat fosters, and every day Lisa posts on there any medical concerns for your foster pets, and people can go and type in on that medical concern post and see and get answers from the vet clinic, make appointments, anything that they need. We're posting pets that do need to go to foster homes on there, so there's a great system, so that way it's all in one place, and people aren't just bombarding our foster managers all day long with questions. And then we have our internal foster resources page, which I can type in the chat whenever I'm done, that website so you can see it. But it's just basically all the handouts, how to schedule appointments, how to get their pets adopted, everything that they need is all in one place. These are just a couple of other tools. So you can see our Facebook page on the right for our cat fosters. We have, rules and everything that people have to follow on those pages. Any announcements, that sort of thing. And then on the left is actually a magnet that we give to all of our new fosters that has that, it's kcpetproject.org/foster resources. that website, and then any questions that they have about adoptions, vet clinic, and then the foster manager's cell phone numbers and email addresses. And that is really not that expensive to print and have to give out to your new fosters. We use social media a lot. We have a huge social media following here at KCPP Project. So we post about recruiting fosters often, but really, I mean, some of the biggest things that we do is just promoting just fostering in general. And then the recruitment kind of comes naturally. If you talk about it enough, people are just gonna know that it's a thing and that they want to be involved with it. So we show just different opportunities, fostering bottle babies, talking about dog day outs, showing pets in foster homes. You know, Halloween was a great opportunity to highlight pets dressed as like lions and dinosaurs and all sorts of fun things. And then we also do a lot of graphics that show community support through our foster program, highlighting the program's successes, especially with hard to place pets, showing, you know, them just relaxing in a shelter and talking about what struggles they had while they were in the shelter, but just showing them, like, you know, relaxing on a couch, that it's just so much better in the foster home. Makes people want to get involved and want to help pets like those pets that they see. Use Instagram stories. We do Instagram takeover days where we'll give our fosters access to our Instagram for the day, and they can post in the stories just showing, you know, Barbara's takeover of the day, you know, things like that. And then do localized hashtags and national hashtags to also draw attention to those pets. And then create messaging on social media for your foster pets like you do your shelter pets. I think for a long time there's been this misconception that pets are in foster because there's something wrong with them. You know, I remember whenever I was like looking for my very first pet and I was like, oh, pets in foster homes. Yeah, that's probably, they're in there for a reason. It's like we have to get away from that mindset that all, you know, that pets that are in foster are there because there's a reason. Most of the time it's just it's creating that foster centric organization. It's just bringing up another kennel for a pet that truly does need to be in the shelter. And so just keep promoting them like you would normal pets that are in your shelter, and just showing them as happy, normal animals. Here's some examples of graphics that we have done. At the start of the pandemic, we did a Facebook Live Q&A just talking about fostering. So I interviewed Lisa and Sarah, and we just talked about how people could get involved, what fostering would look like during a pandemic, what kind of animals we had that needed to go to homes. And we cleared out our shelter in less than 2 weeks with pets going into adopted and foster homes at the start of the pandemic. You know, we obviously need a ton of supplies, so just getting the community involved with supporting our program. And then showing our fosters, showing the great work that they're doing and talking about why they foster. So that way other families might see that and say, oh, we want to do that too. We do a lot to just show our community support. So showing data, I love data. Showing how many dogs went to foster, how many cats went to foster when we developed our virtual adoption program to help pets in foster get adopted faster. And then just showing, again, those pets just living in foster homes instead of the shelter. Just makes a huge difference. We do a lot of media, especially like during the pandemic. This is what everybody wanted to talk about was fostering pets and how this was like the cool thing to do. So even the New York Times reached out and we were part of an article for that. Anytime that your media can get involved in a story is really great. They're looking for really positive content right now. So even if it's just talking, if you have a virtual adoption program, just highlighting that, showing some really creative, fun ways that you're helping pets get adopted from foster homes. So everyone's looking for that positive story. I think the news cycle is going to be dominated for a couple more days, and then hopefully everybody will be back to wanting to share some happy stories. Word of mouth is great. Lisa takes it to a whole new level here. Lisa, our foster, with her dog Summer, where she literally rode her bike around the neighborhood with her foster pet Summer in a little bike car. And I told Kelly, I was like, Summer hates car rides, but she loves her bike rides. Work with schools to talk about fostering. You know, anytime that you talk to little kids about fostering kittens, they're just like, I want to foster kittens. So, and then use your existing fosters as advocates, make sure they know how to promote the program, And your coworkers and other volunteers at your organization should be talking about fostering as much as you do. Just get it drilled into everybody's heads that fostering is a live outcome. It's an animal leaving the building. They're still within your organization. You still have to support them, but that's another kennel that you have opened up for another animal that's coming in that truly does need to be there. So really talk about fostering all the time with everybody in your organization. Everyone should be advocates. We do a lot of community partnerships. So in non-COVID times, we will do a lot of collaborations with bars and restaurants where we'll do little fundraising events, but we'll also use those as fostering recruitments strategies. So this is an event that we do at a brewery every year where we collect donations for our foster program, and then we just bring kittens and cat toys, and everybody goes around and talks about what it's like to foster, and we have our fosters there and our foster coordinators. So it's a really great opportunity just to get more people involved. And then lunch and learns with companies, even in COVID times, there's doing Zoom lunch and learns. So talking about ways that employees can volunteer for the organization. That includes actually volunteering at the physical shelter and fostering. This is really important. You know, Kelly was talking about how we need to look at who is fostering for our organization. And so for us at KCPP Project, we are really looking at how we recruit. So we recruit through the media, we recruit through social media, but we go and look at our demographics and our insight pages, and we're like, okay, so this is the actual population that we are recruiting to. So we are starting to branch out a little bit more. And I love these two billboards from Lifeline. I think some of these are from Lifeline, but I think that these are like the cutest things ever, and I'm totally stealing them and putting them up in Kansas City, lovingly borrowing them. And we're looking at putting these up in different parts of town and in English and Spanish. And so identify how you're recruiting fosters and who your audience is on those platforms. Make it easy to become a foster. Don't call it an application. We call it a sign up, and just say, hey, it's really easy to sign up. You just have to fill out this form on our website to get started. Don't make it sound like they're, you know, having to apply for a job. It's just a sign up. Have flyers in English and Spanish, and have a system in place to support your Spanish speaking fosters. We're looking at billboards, post flyers in community centers, advertise in coffee shops, and then work with other nonprofit agencies, schools to collaborate to promote fostering and volunteering. A lot of schools need volunteer hours. We always talk about the, you know, this is actually, you could use this for your volunteer hours in high school. So there's just a lot of really great opportunities to collaborate outside of your normal recruitment strategies and your normal audiences. And then never shut up about fostering. Never stop talking about it. Your community is out there. They're ready to support you. Keep showing the impact that this program has on your organization and your pets. Create a system that supports your fosters and save lives as a result. And recruitment will be a natural part of your program. So if you just talk about it enough and make it normal in your community, people are going to be like, oh yeah, I know, I've heard about that. I want to get involved. Especially if you just keep talking about it over time. And my contact information is here. I should have said this in the beginning. I'm the marketing person for KCPP Project, so I do all of our marketing, social media, and everything. So I am not actually a foster coordinator, but I promote it a lot. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them, and I can also refer you to Lisa or Sarah, who do all the real work with our foster program. So they're amazing. So if anybody has any questions, happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Tori. That was amazing. It was great. You guys are doing just such really cutting edge things, and so many of them.
Thank you.